Alright guys, this is SKNOVA. Some of you have asked to see my clan boss team. So I'm currently, when the boss is void, we're doing hard. I was doing close to 9 million damage. Now the boss is spirit. I do have a couple of magic heroes. My Juliana actually isn't Giant Slayer. Neither is Ifrit. The other ones are. We're going to see how this goes. I think Bad-El-Kazar and Fushan will still do quite a bit of damage. My other options are possibly switching out Fushan for another character, but the speed boost he brings I think is still really good. So we'll try this out. I'm currently working on getting Juliana to 6 stars and working on her masteries. Of course, that's a very long grind, as many of you know. So after a rough start, her ability was already resisted. We got the poison up, so that's a good start when we try to do the defense down. There's a big buff to everything we do. We'll use his double attack ability. It is weak, so that's not good. So we get a weakness buff. It also gets resisted. Not a great start, but we'll see if we can pick it up here. So Juliana, should I go with her poison 2-hit? Sure, why not? And just a regular attack, a little bit of heal going on. He gets his 2-hit in. Looks like a Giant Slayer proc happened in there. Let's do his normal hit. It is weak. Oh, that's gonna be tough. So we did get the weekend buff right before it expired, so that is something. But hey, not the worst thing in the world. Just keep it going here. So far, this looks like it's going to be a little bit rough to get the multi-million damage going on here, but we'll still keep going. Just go with a regular attack. I'm going to save his defense down because he will need it for his next attack. So Ifrit, I just used the weaken ability constantly. That's the best thing going on. Now that we've got the poison going on, we can maybe do some more damage. Everything's falling off. Nothing's hitting. I don't know if the spirit version of this boss has extra resistance or what, but nothing seems to be landing. I think he does get a bit of a buff when he goes into his affinity mode, making him a little bit tougher. You want to do all the damage up front in normal mode. Oh man, not even defense down. So this is going to be a struggle. Buffs just are not landing. Pull out the shred, it's all weak. We got a little defense down. We need to get a poison buff on there. Resisted. I mean, my accuracy is pretty high on all my characters, so it's not like it's too low or anything like that, but this guy's just resisting everything. There we go. So we did the 2-hit just to try to get the Giant Slayer proc going on there. So my Ifrit does have toxic gear on him, which is why occasionally he will also put a poison debuff on the boss. He does a 2.5% version, so every little bit helps. With Bad-El-Kazar, really want to have poison on the boss as much as possible. Ifrit is probably the next hero to be swapped out. I'm currently working on getting an Aethel. Aethel will provide a better weaken debuff. Aethel's only maybe level 50 now, 40 or 50. You can check afterwards. Doesn't have any masteries. Probably going to use some rare skill tomes on Aethel as well to buff him up. That would be beneficial, I believe. Alright, we can debuff. Let's crank some more poison on there. A little more poison. So obviously Giant Slayer is still #1 priority. Really need to get defense down, buff going. There we go. Finally. We can buff again. Alright, and a poison buff. Now we're moving. Now we got some buffs going. Let's keep it rolling. It's more poison. Weaken's gonna fall off. Still have defense down. Attack down from Tyrell gets very important here as we get later into the high damage abilities this guy can do. He eventually just AoE one-shots everybody. Unfortunately, Tyrell can't keep it up forever. I'm assuming, or pretty sure, that his resistance keeps climbing up as he goes on. I do have Tyrell with full masteries, so as you can see, occasionally he does a 3 turn debuff instead of a 2 turn debuff. Just checking to see if the defense down was on. It was not. So toss that on. I think we just had a very slow start. It seems to be picking up the pace. We're trying to get some more poisons and weakness debuffs and defense down debuffs. Keep those stacking. That's great. Fushan is still, unfortunately, super weak. If the affinity matches, I mean, he can be a beast. So, really hope for a magic affinity. That's the best one for me. Most of my heroes are magic or force. And in terms of straight attack damage, Fushan can do great damage at certain times against magic heroes, not so great against spirit. Looking for refresh on the buff. There we go, 2 turn debuff. Keeps everyone alive that much longer. Well, we pump up some healing from Bad-El. I mean, Juliana will be so amazing when get Giant turn to 60 first, and then get Giant Slayer on her. I'm actually into the Divine Scroll tier of scrolls for her, but still a little ways away from getting her to 60. There we go. HP burn debuff. That's great. Keep it going. Alright, get an early weakness on him. That's awesome. Get the 2-hit ability. There we go. Giant Slayer procced in there. Tyrell also has a turn reduction, his A3. I don't use it on this boss because I don't think turn reduction works. Ooh, double poison buff. That is fantastic. Especially when he has weakness on it. Seems like the turns are lining up a lot better. Ifrit's getting his weakness debuff on first thing, which means everyone else's damage is going to be increased a bit. Just missing the defense down buff, which is also super important. Tyrell and Ifrit, or Tyrell and Fushan are just a little slow getting going there. There we go. Go on, attack down debuff. Yes. It's going to help us survive maybe another turn or two. Oh, his damage is ramping up. Even with the 50% attack reduction, it's still getting pretty toasty out here. Missed the weakness debuff. Worried Fushan might not survive. Ooh, nice. Nice HP burn. Some more poison on. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Sliver of health left. Oh, weakness was resisted. I'm going to try to use his defense down because he already has 2 stacks of the attack still on him. That worked out well. A little more poison if we can. A touch of healing from Bad-El with that ability. You got Giant Slayer off there, so that's good. Everyone stayed alive this turn, that's also good. Alright. Attack down is still going. Got the weakness buff. So as we go along here, looks like our damage will start creeping up. Oh, and everybody blew up. That was with the attack down debuff. So not much we can do there. He just eventually out damages us and everything goes. Let's try to get a few more Giant Slayer procs in. Why not? Debuff blocked. As a defensive hero, I guess, he has the ability to survive a little bit longer. We can keep a no attack down buff there. Takes a big hit with a stun, and that's game. Hey, started creeping up on damage there at the end. Still past 9 million damage. Not too bad. So if you look at that, Juliana, even pre-Giant Slayer, does a boatload of damage, 2.4 mil. Tyrell, fully geared up with Giant Slayer, also does great. He has 2 important debuffs, the attack down and the defense down. Gotta keep him up. Ivrid, as you can see, he's only level 50. Doesn't have multi-attack, doesn't have hardly any masteries really. Maybe just the first tier or 2. Mostly for the weakness debuff, which is pretty good. Bad-El, surprisingly, does quite a bit. He also has Giant Slayer. Fushan usually does a little bit more damage, obviously off affinity. He wasn't hitting and critting, and it seemed like his proc wasn't doing the 4 times proc. But overall, not too bad, 9.25. So it's in above average, I'd say, possibly increased because of Juliana and Tyrell being strong against this boss. So cool. We are still trying to work on hard, but I'm definitely creeping up. 27 million damage is pretty snazzy, and Juliana will even add to that. So if I can get Aethel, that's probably a pretty solid team. I also have Talia, but I think I need the weaken debuff, or I really want the weaken debuff, and Aethel provides that. So I'll show you what I mean. I'll give you an idea of the heroes that I have. So you can see Bad-El, I geared with a lot of accuracy. You can see he has 221 bonus accuracy. We really want his poisons to land as much as possible because that increases everyone's damage. The reason he has so much as well is because his banner is a fully upgraded 5-star accuracy banner. Also accuracy gloves. I did load up with the crit damage. I was hoping that maybe if his crits can do, he has very large crits, it'll help with the healing. And it happened to be an accuracy piece, so I figured that matches. I also gave him attack gear. Probably could switch this to HP gear, would be a little bit better. But I chose the attack set just because I had the attack speed boots. That's the main reason. Extra attack isn't bad on Bad-El. He is still a beast. Fushan, also well geared. His crit is pretty high. He has crit damage gloves as well. So he can be a beast when he's fighting the right affinity boss. Still no banner for him. I've been farming a ton of Spider. Got pretty decent banners for a lot of other characters. Just nothing, not a single banner for Lizardman. So work in progress. Royal Huntsman, also have him geared. I could have brought him instead of Fushan. He has Giant Slayer. Pretty decent gear. I think I could get better crit damage gloves. I think that's one thing he's missing is crit gloves. He has what, 97% chance to crit. Probably could reduce that a little bit, get a few more crit set pieces. Tyrell still missing a neck. I was waiting for a crit damage neck. I mean, I could put 80, none of these necks are really great for him, right? I wanted some defense percent. None of them have that. I wanted crit damage. None of them have that. So currently he has nothing. I guess I could throw one of these on here for extra accuracy. Even that, like the stats that they bring aren't the greatest, so not too worried about it yet, but full masteries, beast and the clan boss. Juliana, just kind of gearing up. I mean, you saw how much damage she did. She's not fully geared. 17,000 attack power. So, you know, like, kind of like 2/3 of some of the other guys. Need to get her 6 stars. Got her masteries up pretty high. Getting ready for when she does get to 6-star. Hopefully soon here. Over here, what's he get for masteries? Nothing, not even accuracy one. So I should at least throw him in the clan or in the Minotaur lair to get his masteries up. What a terrible neck. I could at least give him a semi-decent defense neck with some resistance on it. Like I said, I wasn't totally focused on this guy. So I gave him HP gear, just wanted him to survive. I think he's got speed boots, yeah. Not fully upgraded. Does a job. His whole goal was just to get the weaken debuff on there. most of the pieces I think I chose have some accuracy on them. That was my biggest concern. And speed, obviously, to get his weaken debuff hitting as many times as possible. Could be increased, but like I said, eventually going to switch to Aethel, who is not here. Where's Aethel? Darn. I said she. He. She. She. I thought Juliana was a boy when I first saw the picture. Obviously named Juliana, definitely a girl. Aethel, I thought was a guy, but turns out it's a she. Who knew? Yeah. This is what I need. It's going to be a little bit expensive because I've got a few spare Aethels. I've put them all into her abilities, but I still need probably 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a pretty likely chance I'll need to use all of my skill tomes. What's that? 5 there, plus 4 more is 9 tomes to get her skilled up. A little bit expensive. How many tomes do I have? I have 8. So there's a summoning event tomorrow. Potentially I have a few ancient shards I'll use. Maybe I'll get another Aethel. That'll give me enough tomes to max out Aethel. I have to decide on which one to use the epic tomes on. Most likely Tyrell and Juliana. And then my clan boss team is pretty amazing. I don't have Fushan fully geared up yet. That is in progress. And there you have it. So there is my clan boss team, how I'm gearing, what I'm looking for. It's currently sort of a hybrid poison HP burn with some Giant Slayer team. And pretty soon Ifrit will be swapped out for Aethel. I don't know what pretty soon. Probably within a week or so. After Juliana is maxed. Then Aethel is likely next. I do have Bigun, I just haven't figured out what I want to do with him. He will be geared up eventually at some point. I was thinking maybe he could be fantastic for the spider boss. Rank 14, because 15 is force. Rank 14 is magic. So I think he could be a fantastic character to have for that. Then I could farm it like crazy and finally get a banner for Fushan and the Lizardman. Maybe that's the plan. But in the meantime, I'm really working the clan boss. One thing that made me excited about the clan boss is one day I got a void shard from it. So really hoping my guild can increase as well. We can beat hard, get on a brutal, and then maybe I can get some more void shards or sacred shards from pulling clan boss. Or epic tomes or even legendary tomes. That would all be amazing. I don't know if legendary tomes drop there. I think you pretty much have to buy them. And so I've got Aethel and Bigun to level up to 60. Those are probably the next two. Arena's pretty good for me, so I'll just keep cruising along and slowly creeping up on Great Hall points and see where that goes. I've been in Gold 4 for, I don't know, last month or two. And then you could say I'm pretty close to finishing the game. I think I've done one of each event, other than the item artifact increasing event. It's the only one I haven't finished. So yeah, then just once I'm in finish game mode and I can clan boss my way up, maybe just cruise along there for a while, get some more shards, and keep increasing the collection. So cool, hope you guys liked that video. A little bit about my clan boss team, how I'm gearing, how I'm doing things, what is happening. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.